Qatar 2022 is part of a very serious ethics committee investigation headed by Michael Garcia. How worried are you about what he'll find, what he has found, what he'll say?
Let me correct you, Lee. First of all, it's actually an investigation into the bidding process of the 2018-2022 World Cup.
But Qatar part of that?
So yeah, Qatar is part of that. Russia 2018 is part of that. The whole process is part of that. Everybody involved in that is part of this investigation. So it's unfortunate that people single out Qatar every time they discuss it, which is absolutely not the case. We've been true to what we've said in the past. Our statements that we've always put out, that we've held ourselves to the highest ethical standards, stem from our heart. We believe it, we're confident of it, and we're confident of how we've behaved.
But people do single you out, and this is a point that I've made, that it is an overall investigation, but they do single you out. The crucial element is the relationship between your committee and Mr. bin Hammam. What was that relationship? Was there collusion between you? Was he acting on your behalf?
Mohammed bin Hammam was an executive committee member, like the rest of the 23 executive committee members that were present at the time. We had to engage with him as we had to engage with everybody else. So definitely there was engagement with him. Was he part of our bid? He was not a part of our bid. Did he represent us? Not at all.
Do you think it's fair for people from the same country who have the same interests to be helping each other? I mean, that's not a crime, is it?
First of all, we have to remember that we had to engage with him. We had to convince him. And it's no secret that at the very beginning he was quite skeptical about a World Cup in Qatar. But then when he saw the merits in a compact World Cup. He saw the merits of what we can give back to the world of football. I think just like we convinced the others, he was convinced as well.
Have you and your committee at any stage done anything that you are worried about that is wrong?
No.
And what's Mr. Garcia said to you? I know that you've met him. What kind of indication has he given you? Are you worried that ultimately this World Cup is going to be taken away?
We're not worried. We're confident that the World Cup will take place in Qatar.
If anyone does try to take it away, because it might not just be about Qatar, it might be the infamous FIFA politics that are involved too, that we can't shy away from. If anyone does try to do that, what would your move be then? And would it involve some kind of legal aspect?
Look, I don't want to jump the gun, and I don't want to anticipate things that we don't know. We're focusing on delivery. We're focusing on learning from the Brazil World Cup. We're focusing on getting as much information as we can from here. And you just have to be confident and focused. That's all you can do.
With the negativity and criticism, I've noticed over the months and years of how diplomatic you've been, the whole committee, and how you've held your counsel. Please talk to us about that for our viewers around the globe. Is it partly cultural? Because what happens is that people sometimes see a silence on an issue or a delayed response to an issue as some form of admission of guilt.
That's partly it. Yes, I have to admit, culturally, there is a culture of modesty, and with modesty means that sometimes you don't engage publicly, and especially if sometimes you feel that this engagement will bring you down to a level that you don't want to stoop down to. A lot of the reporting has been mudslinging, a lot of the reporting has been allegations that have been sensationalized, and we just don't want to be part of it. We don't have time for it, and we measure exactly where we make our responses and when, and we measure it and we make sure that we're doing it at a level that is fitting. And what I mean by that is, if you open the door to this mudslinging, you'll never be able to get it shut.